Good evening and welcome to the Monday, October 25th Speedway Redevelopment Commission meeting. I'll call the meeting to order and start with introductions. Tonight we have present our President, Brody Duncan, our Secretary, Rhonda Schwartz, Member Gordon Rundle, and our Speedway High School Liaison, Terry Reed. In the audience is our Executive Assistant, Eder Lopez, and with us here at the table is Executive Director Tim Gropp. So I have confirmed a quorum, and we will move on to our public comments section. We don't have anybody in attendance tonight. Tim, did we get any questions via email?
We did not.
Okay. Well, then we'll move right along to the consent of the regular session meeting minutes for our September meeting. Are there any other corrections or comments on those? All right. Well, we will approve those by consent then. Moving on to the approval of claims and expenses. Anything to note on that, Tim?
Yeah, I apologize these didn't get out to you ahead of time with me being gone last week, but nothing too crazy on here. Just looking down, there's a lot of TIF expenses. I'd kind of passed out to the SRC a snapshot of some outstanding bills. Some of those we got paid, including a refund back to Crawfordsville Road Partners, a little bit of work on the 1300 block. A lot of our owner's rep bill expenses are on here as well. So, and then some draws from HG Rebar, which is Founders Square. So, we had a couple renewals for memberships. I'll get it out eventually. And then a couple legal bills associated with both the Wilshaw, some alcohol and tobacco stuff, items, as well as the billboard ongoing lawsuit. Everything else is just your standard bills related to building ownership and payroll, and there's a couple landscape items on here too. We had a local landscape company clean up behind 5242 Crawfordsville Road. They actually just came in and took their Bobcat and cleaned it all out. Saved us a lot of time. Well needed cleanup back there. And then we also had them landscape along the War Memorial lot, which was looking really rough. So they put stone in there and some plants, and it looks really nice now. So.
All right. Thank you for that. Any other questions for Tim? All right, I'll go ahead and entertain a motion for the approval of the claims and expenses.
I make a motion we approve the claims and expenses as submitted.
I'll second.
All right, we'll take it to a vote. All those in favor of approving the claims and expenses, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes 4-0. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the director's report. Tim?
Yeah, things are keeping us busy these days. So the biggest one is probably on Main Street, the 1400 block. The replacement of the bricks in that area and the reconfiguration of the parking lot is now officially open. I went down there and took a look at it today. Everything looks really nice, and we got a couple punch list items on that we need to take care of yet, but that turned out really nice, and I've heard mostly positive on the new configuration, and should be safer for everybody. And actually, we were able to squeeze one other spot in kind of next to the backside of Barbecue and Bourbon. So overall configuration, we lost one spot, but it's a much safer configuration. Easier to access in and out and maneuver. So I think it's a really nice project, and we're just trying to finish up the land swap documents with IMS to get our subcontractors ready to go on the 16th Street lot. So as soon as we get that recorded deed, we're able to start on that as well. So outside of that, I'm happy to announce that officially today, Crew Car Wash is open for business. For a limited time. I cannot guarantee how long this is, but while they're working out the bugs, you can get a free car wash there as well. So that could end at any time. So I don't want anyone to be like, hey, I lined up and got through and I didn't get my free car wash. But for a little bit of time. There are some free car washes while they work out the system. This morning, if you happen to drive by, you probably saw a whole bunch of white crew car wash vehicles that just kept going around in a circle as they were testing everything. But we'll have a ribbon cutting later on. They usually like to wait about a month and be up and operating. But if you're looking to, not the best day to get a car wash. It's a little rainy out there, but it is open for business. Also out in Founders Square, you have Freddy's is moving forward and doing well. They're moving at a good pace, and we should be breaking ground on the hotel any day now. We're just working out some kinks there, but that should the site work should be started out there anytime. So a lot of activity at Founders Square. Real quick on Wilshaw, just a quick update there. We've been waiting on the financing. We continue to wait on all the finishing that up. At the same time, we have a new company that's expressed some interest in the project. We're doing our due diligence on that business, and they're doing their due diligence, talking to all the different partners, stakeholders regarding this option, and we intend to have a more comprehensive update as to this potential path forward to the community in November, early November. So keep you posted.
Awesome. All right, thanks for that, Tim. Moving on would be our new business. Tonight we'll be discussing the consideration of bids for the 10th and Cossel improvements.
All right. We will call it consideration of bid.
Okay.
I had to put bids on there, but we had publicized for bids on 10th and Cossel improvements. Real quick reminder, that is in conjunction with all the investment that Allison Transmission is doing along 10th Street. They're bearing a portion of the lines from AES. We had agreed to put up decorative lighting as well as intersection improvements at 10th and Cossel, separating the poles long enough that they could possibly add turn lanes at a future date. And it'll look very similar to 25th and High School with the black decorative poles, and it'll match what's along 10th Street further down in front of the headquarters. So we had put out for bids, and we realized after we did that we had an error in our posting, so we rebid this. Both times we received one bid from the same company, which is the Hoosier Company. We have reviewed it. Our engineer on staff and our construction consultant has reviewed the bid. It is higher than our estimate, but not so crazy. It wasn't like hundreds of thousands of dollars more. And that's just kind of what we're in today. We were lucky to get a bid, and the bid was a little bit higher, but it was actually fairly in line with what I anticipated it to be. So I would recommend that we approve the contract with Hoosier Company, Inc. In the amount of $311,35.10. And if approved tonight, we will get the contract signed, and we have ordered the poles for the project already. So as soon as those go in, that work can get started on our end.
Awesome. Any other questions? All right. I'll entertain a motion for the consideration for the bid.
I'd like to make a motion for the consideration of the bid for the 10th and Cossel improvements.
Second.
All right. I have a motion and a second. We'll vote. All those in favor of approving or considering the bid, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Passes 4-0. All right. Next item is old business, but we don't have anything to discuss this evening. So that is it for this evening.
So.
Awesome. Well, short meeting. We'll adjourn at 6:09.
Love it.
All right.